Ruth Odinga has come out strongly in defense of ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna amidst mounting criticism over his remarks on the funding of the party's controversial Linda Ground rallies. She is now questioning who is bankrolling the high-profile meetings and warning that attempts to silence dissent could fracture the party further as the March Mo deadline fast approaches. Our reporter Mike Kagwongo has the details.
Kisumu woman representative Ruth Odinga is now raising alarm over what she terms as growing intolerance within the Orange Democratic Movement, following attacks on Secretary General Edwin Sifuna after an interview on national TV. Sifuna had stated that ODM had not spent any money on the Linda Ground rallies, triggering backlash from sections of the party leadership.
Even this question of funding of political parties, I can state authoritatively here that the money and the resources you see being spent in those ODM rallies, the so-called Linda Ground, those monies are not coming from ODM headquarters.
Ruth Odinga in her social platform says the concerns raised are legitimate, noting that as a signatory to the party's accounts, Sifuna has a duty to question the source of funds used for expensive political mobilization, including money for choppers, big tents and ODM branded t-shirts and capes in the Linda Ground conventions. She is now demanding transparency, asking whether governors, members of parliament or unnamed financiers are bankrolling the rallies and at what cost to party independence. Ruth further links the funding controversy to what she calls a lack of political goodwill in implementing the March 2025 Memorandum of Understanding between President William Ruto and the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, maintaining that the last thing they should do if they meant well for the party would be to muffle the voices of people like Sifuna. She warns that silencing voices like Sifuna's could weaken the party, drawing parallels with Raila Odinga's own history of defiance, even while serving in coalition governments. The Kisumu woman representative also claims ODM is owed 12 billion shillings in statutory party funding, arguing that internal control of resources is influencing who speaks at party events and what messages are allowed. She says anything outside the script attracts immediate booing, as it was the case of Suba North MP Millie Odhiambo in Kisumu.
The two party leaders.
With less than a month to the MOU's expiry, Ruth insists responsibility lies with President William Ruto, defending Sifuna's declaration that the agreement is effectively dead. She says the clock is now ticking, with March 7 set as the ultimate test of political goodwill. Mike Kagwongo, TV 47, Nairobi.